actually, there was a lady that I was telling this story to, and she said, well, I tell you what, there was something happened between my husband and me when my daughter was in the womb. And I never told anybody. And one day, when she was grown up, she said, Mom, who hit you in the stomach when I was in the womb? And her mother said, how'd you know that? And she knew it because it happened in her womb. And she realized that babies do hear what is said to them. And I remember one time when I laid hands on a lady that was about ready to have a child, and I was prophesying over it, and when I got through, the mother said, did you know he kicked right where your hand was? And I said, no. And she said, well, he did. So these babies know what's going on in the womb, and they come out and they feel like it's their fault if the parents don't have money. It feels like it's their fault that something is happening wrong because they heard it in the womb. Now, you can also break curses and iniquities and sins of the father off of yourself and your ancestors and other people, because curses can come down through your bloodline from either your father's side, your mother's side, or it can be spoken on you by somebody cursing you. And the iniquities and the sins of the fathers are, it says that they have to be broken to the third and fourth generation. These are sins that your fathers committed, or your father's fathers, and we can break that off of our family bloodline. We don't have to have all those things come down through the bloodline, but they won't. They will come down through, they'll keep going down through the bloodline until you or someone else breaks them. Then there are also ungodly transference of evil spirits. And you can cut those ungodly transference of evil spirits and cut associational soul ties to the people they were transferred from. Just recently, I had a lady come to me for ministry, and she had been she was traveling around during the summer, going to this family, that family, into different states and seeing a lot of people. And she told me that she actually rented a car, and she was driving in a city in another state, and she was having a panic attack. Her stomach was hurting her, and she was just like, she was almost wild. I mean, like, she was just, she was talking so fast and so many things that had happened. And I realized that, and I told her, I said, I'm just going to cut those soul ties and cast out those spirits that entered you from the people that you were around, and cut those associational ties that they were transferred to you from. And I cut those soul ties and dealt with she was healed instantly of the panic attacks. And then there's also another thing that a lot of people don't understand, is that when someone dies in your family, that spirit can go to another person in the family. The spirits need to live in a body so they can duplicate themselves or work their evil